Whoa, look at these wrinkles. What is holding this woman together?
Ouch! What a burn. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 insults and comebacks in Disney movies.
I like fast!
Whoa. Get your feet down. This is fresh lacquer. Seriously, were you raised in a barn?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be choosing the funniest and/or most biting remarks from any feature-length Disney animated film.
Though we adore men individually, we agree that as a group they're rather stupid.
As we'll be talking about some key plot points, a spoiler warning is in effect from this point on. Number 10. You are a sad, strange little man. Toy Story. Pixar's Toy Story is a beloved part of the company's canon, as is this classic putdown. In the world of Toy Story, toys are sentient beings that come to life whenever our backs are turned. They have conversations, adventures, friendships, and sometimes rivalries with one another, just like humans do.
Look, we're all very impressed with Andy's new toy.
Toy?
T-O-Y. Toy.
Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because there's preschool toys present.
When vintage cowboy toy Woody becomes paranoid that his owner Andy has swapped him for astronaut toy Buzz Lightyear, his jealousy causes him to lash out at the space hero.
You are a toy!
It later becomes clear that Buzz also doesn't know the truth about what he is. But Woody's revelation falls on a deaf dome.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Number 9. Gaston, you are positively primeval. Beauty and the Beast.
It's not right for a woman to read. Soon she starts getting ideas and thinking.
She's a lonely bookworm sick of her provincial life, and he's a cocky muscle man sick of being rejected. Gaston clearly thought that he was supposed to be Belle's love interest in Beauty and the Beast, but through her rolling eyes, all we could see was a French meathead who was far too in love with himself to love anyone else.
This is the day your dreams come true.
What do you know about my dreams, Gaston?
Plenty.
Despite her clear distaste for him, Gaston is relentless in his pursuit of Belle at the start of the movie, putting on a full-on charm offensive to try and turn her around, but to no avail. Luckily for his massive ego, Belle's snide comments are far too intellectual for him to appreciate.
Gaston, you are positively primeval.
Why, thank you, Belle.
Number 8. The only frozen heart around here is yours. Frozen. Poor Princess Anna had a rough time to begin with in Frozen. First, both her parents died at sea, then her superpowered sister Elsa shut herself away in their castle. Things started looking up for Anna when Elsa ascended to the throne. But once the Queen's ice powers became public knowledge, she fled into the tundra, leaving Anna alone again. Thank goodness Anna still had her new beau Prince Hans, especially when a stray blast of Elsa's magic left Anna's heart threatening to freeze over.
She froze my heart, and only an act of true love can save me.
Sadly for Anna, it was soon after this that Hans showed his villainous side.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Thanks to the power of sisterhood, though, Anna powered through to scold her traitorous ex with this burn. You need some ice for that burn, Hans?
Anna? But she froze your heart.
The only frozen heart around here is yours.
Number 7. Rather dangerous to use one's entire vocabulary in a single sentence. Oliver and Company.
You know, Rita, I can't figure out why you'd rather hang around a dump like this when you could be living uptown with a class act.
Loosely based on the classic Dickens novel Oliver Twist, Oliver and Company swaps streetwise humans for canine strays, and the streets of Victorian London for the streets of modern-day New York. Oliver is an orphaned kitty in a dog's world. To survive, he joins Fagin's street gang of wayward pooches. Fagin is a desperate thief with a good heart, who owes a considerable debt to the slimy loan shark Sykes. Sykes' Dobermans, Roscoe and DeSoto, are far less lovable than Fagin's ragtag gang, but they're much more formidable. What they have in viciousness, though, they lack in wits. It's all too easy for intellectual bulldog Francis to verbally bite back when they get too close.
Isn't it rather dangerous to use one's entire vocabulary in a single sentence?
Frankie, get down, right?
Number 6. It's not every day that you see a horse with 2 rear ends. Aladdin. Aladdin might have to steal to live, but Disney doesn't want you to think he's a bad person. Early on in the film, we see him give a hunk of bread he worked hard to swipe to a pair of starving homeless kids.
Here. Go on, take it.
Aww. Aladdin dreams of one day having the finer things in life, and is frustrated that people who are morally inferior to him seem to have it all. Like Princess Jasmine's snooty suitor.
Out of my way, you filthy brats!
Hey! If I were as rich as you, I could afford some manners.
After helping those kids again, Aladdin can't let the rude prince go without delivering this stinging blow.
It's not every day you see a horse with 2 rear ends.
You can take the diamond out of the rough, but you can't get the rough off the diamond. Number 5. You fight almost as well as a man. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Out of all of Disney's heroines, none are quite as unconventional as Esmeralda. The dancer gives as good as she gets in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, even in the face of widespread prejudice against her people in the film's historic Parisian setting. At the Festival of Fools, she attracts the attention of Judge Frollo, a religious extremist who can't decide if he wants her at his side or burned at the stake.
Silence!
Justice! While sheltering from Frollo's guards in the cathedral, Esmeralda bumps into one of them inside.
Are you always this charming, or am I just lucky?
Phoebus is charmed by her and her fighting skills, but she was quick with a comeback for his backhanded compliment towards her.
You fight almost as well as a man.
Funny, I was going to say the same thing about you.
That's hitting a little below the belt, don't you think?
No, this is.
Touché.
Number 4. Living proof that dinosaurs once roamed the earth. The Emperor's New Groove. Most of the time, we root for a Disney protagonist, even when they're delivering a crushing smackdown. Emperor Cusco, though? Not so much. The young South American ruler is selfish, rude, and just a real jerk.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
He has no problem with demolishing a poor farmer's village or telling a lineup of female suitors exactly what he thinks of them.
Let's take a look-see. Hate your hair. Not likely. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And let me guess, you have a great personality. Is this really the best you could do?
And although we know that his most senior advisor, Yzma, harbors a barely concealed plot to snatch the throne, Cusco certainly doesn't when he introduces her to us as...
This is Yzma, the Emperor's advisor. Living proof that dinosaurs once roamed the earth.
Oof. Don't worry, Yzma gets her own back, while Cusco gets taught a valuable lesson about respect. That sharp tongue never loses its edge, though. Number 3. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, Mulan. A cricket that may or may not be lucky, a horse, a cross-dressing young woman, and a tiny talking red dragon.
I'm travel size for your convenience. If I was my real size, your cow here would die of fright. Down, Bessie.
What could possibly go wrong for this ragtag group in Mulan?
We're in a war, man! There's no time for stupid questions!
Well, a lot. But things could have been a little easier if Mushu had been able to keep his mouth shut for a hot minute. Mulan barely spends 5 minutes in Captain Shang's camp before her so-called guardian riles up the short-tempered soldier Yao.
Chicken boy, say that to my face, you limp noodle!
Even on their first meeting, Mushu clashes with Mulan, who is skeptical of how much help he can be to her. This leads to this hilarious rant, our pick for this entry, which is made all the funnier by his confusion between horses and cows.
All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Number 2. It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear. Sleeping Beauty. After Princess Aurora is cursed as a child by the evil Maleficent, her parents agree to hide their daughter away in the woods to be raised by her 3 aunts, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Unbeknownst to Aurora, or Briar Rose as she's renamed, her trio of guardians are really the 3 good fairies. They give up their identities and magic to protect the princess, but they still can't stop bickering, just like typical siblings. When Flora and Merryweather butt heads over a dress they're making for Briar Rose's birthday, Their sewing frustrations end up getting taken out on each other.
It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear.
Even after Aurora gets her happy ending, their arguing does not. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
See all the trouble you've started?
Really, I didn't think that.
But that's the point. If you don't think, you shouldn't talk.
How did I describe them? I don't know. I said something rather good this morning before coffee.
A ludicrous parcel of driveling galoots, ma'am.
There you go. Poetry.
Well, she started it. Ladies do not start fights, but they can finish them.
Number 1. I'm surrounded by idiots. The Lion King. Scar might not be the true king of the Pride Lands, but he'll always be the king of sass to us.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Mufasa's brother has it made as part of the lion royal family, but he still longs for more. The problem is, he just can't get any respect from anyone, even his little nephew Simba.
You're so weird.
You have no idea.
Or his pack of loyal hyena followers.
Oh, Scar, it's just you. You were afraid it was somebody important.
For Scar, the strain of being the smartest person he knows is just too much to bear, which is how this classic insult was born.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
The line is greatly enhanced by the character's major eye roll, and English thespian Jeremy Irons' deadpan delivery, making it one of Disney's most memorable quotes. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.